Hello, everyone. My name is Crystal Boyer. I'm the president and CEO of National Children's Museum, and we are so excited to welcome you all here today. I'm thrilled to be here alongside Mayor Bowser and Deputy Mayor Albert to our downtown DC home, which we first opened in February of 2020, just before COVID, closing 18 days later for 18 months. So to be standing here with you all nearly 4 years later in this beautiful space that's alive with play and learning is special, particularly as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the museum's original founding in 1974. As DC's only museum designed exclusively for children, we provide fun, interactive science, technology, engineering, arts, and math experiences for young learners ages 0 to 12. We're proud to partner and play for local and visiting families, as well as educators and school leaders all across our region. It's an honor to have served so many generations of Washingtonians, from our first location on H Street in Northeast, back when we were called the Capitol Children's Museum, which some of you may remember. It was an important cornerstone of this community. And now in our new home at 13th and Pennsylvania Avenue in downtown DC, we are proud to serve local visitors as well as tourists exploring our nation's capital. We've welcomed visitors here from all 50 states, Puerto Rico, and all over the world, and we're thrilled to be here. With the continued support of the District of Columbia, we look forward to serving generations to come with hands-on play offerings that will inspire them to care about and change the world. That's our mission. We're grateful to the Mayor and the Office of Planning and Economic Development for their continued support and latest investment in our littlest citizens. Now I'd like to hand it over to Mayor Bowser to share more about the Family Fun Destination Grant Program.
Well, good morning, everyone. And let's give a big round of applause to Crystal and her family. It is really great to be in this beautiful space filled with joy and learning and adventure. And I want to also recognize and thank Crystal's team here at the National Children's Museum in downtown Washington, D.C. Give them a big round of applause. So we are here at the National, we were at the National Building Museum last Sunday, and I want to just say how thrilling it was to be in such a beautiful building filled with children and families to support an event centered on children's books. And so people know that there are a lot of learning opportunities in downtown DC, but I'm not sure that they realized how much fun DC in the downtown is for our littlest learners. So I am proud that through our new Family Fun Destination programs, we will be able to uplift some of these fantastic experiences. So I also want to thank and appreciate our federal partners at U.S. Economic Development Administration for being a major funder. And I want to thank all of you who recognize all of the fun things that we offer in downtown DC. I see that we're joined by the Downtown Bids Director as well, Jaron Price. And just to give you some flavor, I was here with my daughter over the weekend at the National Theater filled with children watching Annie. I was so thrilled to see people pouring out of the theater that's just across the way to be able to experience other parts of DC. And I was equally happy when I walked in here and saw and heard the sounds of children playing. What better sound is that? And then I also am just delighted with this mural. It's fantastic. That's happy and fun and tells the story of downtown DC. So we're here today to make a great announcement because what we recognize is that we love being the nation's capital, the White House, the Capitol, the Supreme Court, the monuments, in museums, but we also want to make it very clear that this is a place where families can enjoy the city. And we want to be supportive of our institutions and making them even more family friendly. And that's why we have the Family Fun Destination Program. And we have made our first investments from that program. I already talked about the National Building Museum and our investment in their Building Stories exhibit. So I want to thank you, the president, Ms. Fuchs, who's here. Got it right, okay. And I was just gonna say Eileen, but okay. Also, the Historical Society of Washington, which is installing the class action exhibit at the DC History Center at the Carnegie Library, another big investment from the city. And this exhibit highlights the history of Black education in DC. And finally, City Dance Productions, which is developing the Dancing in Pixels exhibit at the Transformer Gallery in Logan Circle. So let's give our Family Fun Destinations a big round of applause. And so that was round one, and here is round two. So today we are launching our second round for the Family Fun Destinations. We want everybody who has a space, who has a program, to think about how you can get more families involved. So we are also launching our $3 million downtown recovery program that will provide financial incentives for businesses that open or expand to vacant spaces. So that is all good downtown news. So with that, I want to turn to our Deputy Mayor for Planning and Economic Development to say more about our programs.
Well, thank you, Mayor Bowser, and thank you to the incredible team here at the National Children's Museum. You've created a stunning and engaging exhibit that our families love and that kids will want to go back to explore time and time again. And I also love this mural, which is pretty fabulous. Thank you so much. At the Deputy Mayor's Office for Planning and Economic Development, we have some really exciting and new investments that are helping to support incredible programs like the one that you're seeing and experiencing here at the National Children's Museum. We want people to think about downtown a little bit differently, as the mayor said. It's an incredible place to go to dinner. I just went to a fabulous restaurant enjoying Restaurant Week last week. It's an incredible place to catch up on a show, but it's also an incredible place to come during the day and be connected to fun and enriching activities. So we're working across government and also with the Downtown DC bid, and thank you, Jaron, for being here today, as well as other partners like Events DC, who just hosted an auto show earlier this week that drew tons of family and car enthusiasts. And we're doing all of this to activate downtown and reimagine how we engage with both our private and public spaces here. We want people to come to the National Children's Museum and experience this exhibit. We want people to go to the National Building Museum and experience building stories and have their kids run around the Great Court. We want people to go see Annie at the National Theater, which, by the way, in 5 years is going to be hitting its 200-year anniversary, second oldest theater in the country. We have assets here that are unparalleled, world-class, second to none. So, we want Pennsylvania Avenue to embrace its potential as a grand public boulevard, and in the coming weeks and months, you're going to see the district supporting more and more of these types of events and activations in our downtown. So, while we're very focused on supporting downtown, we also want to announce a pretty special set of investments that apply citywide to businesses and entrepreneurs across all 8 wards. For the first time, we are launching our grant application process for all of our retail grants at the same time. We want businesses to know that simplicity and predictability is your greatest friend, and we want to be your best partner. We are trying to make your lives as a business owner and as an entrepreneur easier, and we do this by making sure that you aren't having to chase funding opportunities, but that our funding opportunities are coming to you. As the mayor mentioned, boy, okay, we have nearly $20 million in grant funding available to businesses through a variety of programs, all designed to support their success. So I just want to quickly talk about a few of them. Our Great Streets program provides up to $85,000 to eligible businesses in 13 emerging corridors across the District of Columbia to renovate their property, purchase new equipment, or offer a new service or product. For example, Thrive Hair Bar on 8th Street used an $80,000 Great Streets grant to expand their marketing efforts, renovate and modernize their indoor space, and update their signage. Our Locally Made program supports manufacturing businesses that are making their products right here in DC. ZJ Liquors received a $150,000 grant to help with their production of their flagship product, Choco, a unique and spicy liqueur, not appropriate to discuss in a children's venue. It's also a DC product sold on DC shelves in adult venues. I added that last part for clarity. Since 2015, between these two programs alone, we've awarded over $42 million to over 500 businesses across the district, creating more than 2,000 jobs for DC residents. This is the power when the district focuses on what's right for business. Another program is our Commercial Property Acquisition Fund, which provides eligible businesses with a down payment to purchase their own storefronts. Through CPAF, we provide $355,000 grants to Femme Fatale, a woman and LGBTQ-owned shop-in-shop featuring products from local female entrepreneurs so they could purchase their store in Cleveland Park. These are success stories, and we want more of these, and we want more DC businesses to take advantage of these incredible opportunities. So if you're a DC business, please join us on Monday, February 5th. It's an all-day-long event. It's going to take place at MLK Library to participate in our inaugural Grant and Grow Expo. With that, I'll turn it over to Mayor Bowser.
Okay, so I think we'll be able to take a few questions, and we'll go to a photo, and I think we're going to see something else also. All right, yes.
Hi, Mayor. Good morning. Stephanie with Fox 5. Looking at some of the recovery efforts, I'm taking notice of the Downtown Recovery Program. In that area, I want to ask if you have any response to Ted Leonos's open letter that he wrote on the Monumental website, where he basically argues that in the DMV, if one wins, we all win.
I don't. Anything else? Yes.
Hey, Mayor, I just wanted to ask about this. I mean, obviously there are concerns with Fannie Mae leaving downtown and what was just mentioned. Is this kind of a way to try to resuscitate downtown as it's struggling right now?
Downtown is going to be just fine, and let me just make that perfectly clear. And let me just say something about Fannie Mae leaving. Fannie Mae is not leaving. And actually, Fannie Mae employees haven't really worked in that building with their telework program. So Fannie Mae has to figure out some things with their telework program and how many people are actually going to be coming to the office. Our family destinations have been long planned, and how we expand on our existing infrastructure to make sure families are coming to the downtown. Let me also say something about more people using our Metro and coming downtown. Metro had its best ridership day since the pandemic last week. That's great news. And among those riders were our federal employees. We also heard more news from the federal government about how they are enforcing their increased work in person options. We know that all of these things bring more and more vibrancy to the downtown. So for all the people who want to have this repeated story about the downtown is not great, I don't think you were here this weekend when I saw thousands of people pouring out of Annie or the convention center and 3 filled hotel ballrooms of people coming into our downtown and filled restaurants. So we recognize that we want more people, more workers, more visitors, more restaurant goers in our downtown. But we also recognize that we have a lot of great activity and improving activity in the downtown. So be sure to tell that story. Yes. Next question.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So what's your vision for downtown, and just what will it take for businesses to qualify for these grants that you're offering?
I'll ask the deputy mayor to talk about grants.
So I mentioned that there's 5 different grant programs. They each have their own eligibility requirements. So they're posted already. We actually released the grants this past Friday. So they're posted on DemPed's website. But on Monday, on February 5th, is when businesses can come and they can fill out applications real time for those grant programs that they qualify or are seeking. In most cases, these grant programs are designed to improve existing businesses. And so a business that might be looking to reposition, try to expand their business, that's what these grant programs are designed to do. They're both grant programs that are designed for downtown specifically, and others are designed for great streets or main streets, so reaching into the neighborhoods. So it depends on which program it is, but all of that is publicly available, and I would encourage people to go to Deputy Mayor's Office for Planning and Economic Development's website to find out more, or come on February 5th.
I just had one follow-up. I know for people to want to get these grants and come downtown, they do need to feel safe. Are you confident the crime bill that's moving through will be enough to keep this area safe, or does more need to be done to make people comfortable to accept those grants and come down here?
Did you hear my earlier response? People are coming downtown. And so I want to be sure that you're clear about that and maybe cover some activities and events in the downtown. Thank you, everybody.